So I first met Tommy Connell in the mid-1970s. I grew up in Beaumont, and he was the head tennis professional at the Beaumont Country Club. So I got to know him a little bit in the mid-1970s. What I didn't know was that 10 years later, I was going to be working for him in Bryan, Texas after I finished my years at Texas A&M. The two words that come to mind when I think of Tommy Connell are professionalism and integrity. Anybody that has been on the court or been in any circumstance with Tommy knows what a gentleman he is, how he carries himself on and off the court, the ultimate competitor, but highly professional. Sportsmanship is very important to him and his family, and it is evidenced by how he carries himself. I remember when I started working with him in the mid-80s in Bryan, Texas at Royal Oaks Racquet Club. I don't know the circumstances behind it, but I remember a member was very frustrated about something. And the way that Tommy handled that situation, I learned a lot about how to conduct yourself. He got me my start in the tennis business. The first job that I had out of college was working for him. And we had a great time. He was a club owner at the time, Royal Oaks Racquet Club, and he had a huge junior program, great adult program, and I learned so much from him. We did a lot of interesting things at that time. I was with him for about 3 years. One of the other things I remember that we did when I really got to know him well was we did a fundraiser for the March of Dimes. And so Tommy, myself, and Charles Emily, who was the head pro at Briarcrest Country Club in Bryan, did a 3-day around-the-clock tennis where we played doubles together and people paid to play against us, and all the money went to the charity. But we played 24 hours a day and we went on 16-hour shifts. So Tommy and I would play together for 8 hours, and then Charles and I would play together for 8 hours, and then I would sit out and they would play together, and we played for about 3 or 4 days. And so we're playing tennis in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, we're playing tennis together. And we started to run out of gas by the end of this thing, but we had a blast. We raised a bunch of money for charity, and I really got to know him well. He's a great family man. His wife Debbie is an active tennis player. They've played mixed doubles together a whole bunch of times. I got to coach April and Dash when they were in our junior program, when they were just little kids. And so I had a blast working with them. Tommy's worn a lot of hats in the tennis industry. I'm not exactly sure what kind of hat he wears. He always wears this beanie. I call it a beanie. I'm not sure exactly what it is. He may have one on right now. But he's been a tennis professional. He's been a club owner. He's been a tennis director. He has been a longtime volunteer in many different phases, a humanitarian. He's traveled to all around the world, but specifically he's been to Zambia, Egypt, and Mongolia, where he's trained instructors on mission trips. And so with Tommy, he is the consummate professional, as I said, but whenever Tommy leaves a situation, he always leaves it better than when he found it. And that's one of the things that I really love about him, that he makes situations better. He's tireless with his time. He's tireless with his energy. You know when you're on the court with him that he wants to be there. So Tommy, congratulations to you and your family on this wonderful accomplishment. It was my great honor to nominate you to the Texas Tennis Hall of Fame, and it is equally my honor tonight to introduce you at this banquet.